Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back. Oh, look, 16 in the chat. Hi to everybody on YouTube. Hi to everybody on Twitch. Hi to everybody all over. Daily Motion. Hi, everybody. Hello. Hey, Sugar. How y'all doing? Are y'all excited? Because I'm excited. I'm excited to see. Hey, Livin. I am excited. Let me tell y'all something before we get into the show tonight. Tim Norman has been up to no good. He has been up to no good. And before you even see this, I want you to know that his shenanigans have not stopped. He's on one. Okay. And y'all may have heard all the information I'm giving you tonight from somebody else, but I pulled up the receipts. Hey, Avis, so I could, know what's up. Hey, Angie, and just give y'all the 411 because for me, hey, Purple, for me, I would have thought, you know what? Isn't it about time for the trial? Well, you remember I gave you guys a date. I gave you guys a date. Uh, it's not going to happen. So let me pull up. Thank you. Thank you, girl. Hey, girl. Hey. I just need to look at this for a moment. Now, we're going to backtrack a little bit. If you guys can, if the sound is funny or anything, just let me know. But we're going to backtrack a little bit. Okay. Now, the file that I'm going to be looking at was filed April the 30th of this year. And this is 5 pages long. So we're going to be looking at this. But to backtrack, for those of you who haven't been following the story, Timothy Montgomery from the hit show Sweetie Pies is allegedly the person who set in motion Andre Montgomery's death. And of course, Tim is his uncle. And it's been a hot mess. It's been a hot mess. And I don't know. I don't know, you guys. It's not looking good. All right, let me hit the village up real quick and let them know. Because I didn't share this out. Hello, hello, hello. Loud and clear? Yes. All right, let me share my screen with you guys so you guys can see what I see. I'm going to pull this down. And we're just going to jump right into it. I want to share this window right here. All right. What you guys are looking at is the file that was posted on 04/30/21 of this year. It is the United States of America versus James Timothy Norman. And within this file, you are going to finally understand why he is not going to trial yet, because I know that's what y'all want to know. The defendant's request for an extension of time within which to file pretrial motions regarding initial challenges to the indictment and request for extension of time within which to file evidentiary motions. Basically, what that means is Tim asked his lawyers to speak on his behalf to ask the judge for more time. Evidentiary motions means that he is getting more evidence or trying to get more evidence so that he has more on his side than, the United States of America, which is probably going to be completely a waste of time. It sounds like he's trying to cook up something, you know what I'm saying? I can't imagine there being evidence that proves James Timothy Norman to be innocent. So comes now defendant James Timothy Norman by and through legal counsel of record, Ethan B. Corlegia and Joseph M. Hogan, which are his attorneys, because the other guy got fired. It said that the paperwork said that they were released, okay? And we'll get to that later on. Respectfully request that this honorable court extend the deadlines for filing any pretrial motions regarding challenges to the indictment and substantiary evidentiary motions. He's asking for more time. He's not ready to go trial. Now, I don't know if this is for everybody or if it's just him. I don't know what the other guys are doing. And, the Lady Tarek, I have no idea. But I can tell you beyond the shadow of a doubt that they will not get the death penalty. None of them. Moving right along, in support of defendant's motion, legal counsel states as follows. Number one, pursuant to this honorable court's docket, text entry and electronic minute entry dated March 2nd, 21, Doc 128, the court set a deadline for pretrial motions regarding initial challenges to the indictment for Monday, May 3rd, which is already passed. So here we are. He knew the date was coming. His lawyers knew the date was coming. And then right before May 3rd, boom, we need more time. Did they get the request on time? They did get the request on time. However, we don't know if he's going to get that extension. So number two, pursuant to the court's docket, text order and electronic minute entry dated on March 2nd, 21. This is docket 128. Okay. The court also set a deadline for evidentiary motions to be filed on or before Friday, July the 2nd of 21. This explains that this is the last and final date. So that means that we're all going to have to wait. They have to have stuff in by July the 2nd, and that's it. There's no more waiting around. I don't care what your evidence is. I don't care, who you're talking to. And by the way, if you didn't get the FYI last month, the names of the witnesses, it was denied. Tim said he wanted names and addresses. It was denied. So they can't have that. So they're trying something else now, basically is what this, all amounts to. Let's look at number three. So the defense counsel has been in ongoing discussions with the government regarding various discovery matters and issues. To date, defendant has not received the full extent of the government's discovery. Okay, did y'all get that? As to date, defendant has not received the full extent of the government's discovery related to the case, mainly due to the inordinate volume associated with the same, which means everything has not been presented. This is another reason why they want time. They want to know what the state, what the government has. Will they get it? No. Let's go on to number 4 and find out. Defense counsel met in person for a scheduled meeting with Assistant United States Attorney Gwendolyn Carroll, okay, and the Assistant United States Attorney Angie Dennis on Wednesday, which you have heard her name before. So April 28th, 21, in order to facilitate and continue the ongoing discovery process, which means now they have help in this discovery to help get all of the evidence and all of the information that they possibly can, because it's only fair for Tim's attorneys to have privilege to this information before. In other words, don't try to, pull something out of the box right there in the courtroom. We need to know what we're dealing with and what we're facing right now. So going back to number 2, the reason, another reason for the extension is because Tim's lawyer team has not received everything, so they don't know. They're kind of in the dark, which means Tim needs more time, not only to pad his case, but to put everything allegedly on his accomplices, allegedly, okay, so he can weasel his way out of this, okay? It was indicated to defense counsel that the government will continue to supplement pretrial discovery on a continuing basis to defense counsel. Number 5, defense counsel files the instant motion without objection from the government pursuant to discussions with Assistant United States Attorney Gwendolyn Carroll and Assistant United States Angie Dennis. So the defense on number 6, counsel respectfully requests, okay, this is Tim and his lawyers, okay, they respectfully request an additional 60 days from the designated deadline dates of May 3rd, 2021 and July 2nd, 2021, in order to file a potential challenges to the indictment and proper evidentiary motions. Okay. The defense counsel has been reviewing discovery materials. That means that Tim's lawyers, they have reviewed some of this stuff. The reviewing of discovery material, which has been conveyed to the defendant by the government on an ongoing and continuous basis. That means that the government, the FBI, are still looking. So you already know what we have, but we're not stopping. We're still looking, okay? They move on to number 7. And basically number 7, is a matter of fact. Pursuant to the court's order date October 19th, 2020, which was docket 74 back last year, the court made a finding that the instant case is a complex case. Remember, we talked about that. It's being a complex case. And so, they're going to need more time for this and more time for that. And remember, the judge gave them the time, which would have been today, or last month. But however, last month didn't happen. So I know everybody, because I was wondering too, this is the month, for the trial. Like, when is it going to happen? Well, this is what happened. Therefore, the court entered an order that trial of this case should be continued past the limits set by the Speedy Trial Act of Title 18. So basically on this page in number 7, A and B, it was granted, and we're shooting for July for the trial of this year, July of this year. So the Title 18 United States Code section 3161 and BI, because the ends of justice are served by continuing the case and outweighing the best interest of the public and the defendant in a speedy trial. The case is so unusual. Now, this is what they're saying. Got the receipt right here. This case is so unusual and complex that it is unreasonable to expect adequate preparation for pretrial proceedings within the confines of the Speedy Trial Act, meaning it's only fair that they do have extra time because this is an ongoing investigation. And it has to be because the FBI don't have everything. There are still loopholes. There are still things that they don't understand. They're trying to find the link between Tim and all of these people. And now there are, people that are testifying on a list that the FBI has. Tim's lawyers need that. The old lawyers probably had it, but now the new lawyers need that information, but not to give it to Tim. So it's messed up. I know it's messed up. But listen, we're going to get through this so we can talk about all of this. All right. So wherefore, defendant by and through legal counsel respectfully requests that the court enter an order, which they already did, extending the deadlines for filing pretrial motions regarding challenges to the indictment, that the court also intended the deadline for filing evidentiary motions, each for an additional 60-day period. Okay. So basically, Ethan B. Cornelia, attorney at law, got this done, signed his name, attorney at law, Joseph M. Hogan, attorney at law. They have signed, attorneys for the defendant. So these are the two attorneys for the defendant. The old people, they're gone. These are the two that they have available. Okay. In the certificate for service, Ethan and, everybody is like counsel for the defendant, James Norman, certified that a true and accurate copy of the foregoing defendant's request for extension of time within which to file the pretrial motions regarding initial challenges to the indictment and request for an extension time, and so on and so forth. So we've already covered that, and they were just reiterating what had happened. So now you've got everybody that has signed off on this, and the trial's not going to happen until June or soon thereafter. So basically, if it doesn't happen on that date, what needs to happen on that date is all of the evidence needs to be presented in order for them to move on with the date and go ahead and have the trial. Okay. Now, my question is everybody going to have the same trial date? That is what I want to know. Okay. Is everybody going on? Is everybody, or do we have to trial after trial after trial? You know what I'm saying? Can we just knock this out? Because it looks like an open and shut case to me. Hey, Ray, you know what I'm saying? Living Different says that I'm sorry. I'll listen to the rest tomorrow. I took a, oh, girl, I know about those muscle relaxers. Hey, Donna, how are you? I don't know what you guys are feeling. I don't know, how you guys feel about this, but me, on one hand, I'm like, this is Tim's shenanigans. But on the other hand, I do respect the fact that his new attorneys have the right to ask for time so that they are properly prepped. But that does not excuse the fact that the FBI, the government, okay, is, may or may not have time to share all of the evidence with Tim's attorneys because it is ongoing. And they do classify this case as being unique. So the Speedy Trial Act does not pertain to this trial, which we all thought it was going to happen because remember, we're like, it's an open and shut case. Everybody pretty much confessed to what their role is for this. And if I'm not mistaken, Terica was the only one that said she didn't know why she was setting him up. She thought that they were going to beat him up, talking about Andre or something because, Tim said that, he brought my grandma and so my boys are going to get up, whatever. And it's just stupid. I can't imagine Tim having, number one, witnesses, okay? Because, we just heard that. Witnesses? I don't think so. Evidence? What other evidence could there be? Now, when this case opened back up on a fluke, all types of stuff were found. And I can guarantee you, tell me if you agree or not, I can guarantee you that the weapon used to take Andre out is the piece of evidence that they are looking for. They may already have it, but did anybody consider that? Did anybody consider that? That we literally are waiting for that weapon. And if Travell was the shooter, wouldn't he know where the gun is or what he did with it? So I'm pretty sure the FBI has questioned, Travell. I'm sure of it. And if you are the shooter and where's the gun, because this is the missing link. Okay. I'm sure they scoured everywhere they could possibly think of to get a shell that could have been left behind, because when you pow, then you got, evidence. The time is messing with this case. And the reason I say that is because if years ago they had went ahead and said, we know Tim did it or whatever, if YL had came forward, if Terica had came forward, you know what I'm saying? Then they would have had time to do, find the weapon, find the shells, dust for fingerprints and all this kind of stuff. So that type of evidence they don't have. And this is the type of evidence that 9 times out of 10 will close a case for you. This right here is totally different. Again, they're claiming that this case is so unique that he can't even, deal with the Speedy Trial Act. And some cases are like that. There are plenty of cases that are like, we just can't because, we're waiting on evidence or, we're waiting on a witness to show up. Now, I brought that up to say there are some people that the government could be waiting to come forward that don't live, in that city and state. Oh, Lord. Sugar said, QTNA, will Miss Robbie sit with Andre's mom to support her? Will Miss Robbie decide not to come to court? You know what? That's a double-edged sword for me. Because on one hand, I do want her to be there. just to see everything play out. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of if she believes Tim is innocent or guilty, I would like for her to sit there and watch this play out. I need for her to let it all unfold. You know what I mean? Just to see, how far Tim could go. Because his hands are not clean of any of this. You know what I'm saying? He was smart in the sense of, let me not be, the shooter or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But you're stupid because you hired people for a low amount of money. And now everybody is talking because it's your fault that they got arrested. Now, these are adults. Okay. But if Tim hadn't have, enticed them, with the money in the first place, this wouldn't be happening. It probably would have been easier for him to do it himself. I'm sure that he was thinking the same thing when he had Miss Robbie's house allegedly robbed. I don't think that Tim went in there and did it. After looking at his rap sheet, and trust me, Tim Norman has a rap sheet, okay? After looking at all of that, my theory and my opinion is just that every time some dirt had to be done, Tim would hire somebody else to do it. And everything that we looked at last year and the beginning of the year, when we talked about Tim and his rap sheet, there was kidnapping, there was theft. He has been in and out of jail so many times, it doesn't even make sense. And this is part of the reason why everybody has that stamp on there. We're saying, you know what? He's got to be guilty. How is he going to get out of this? And when we looked at, the court records just a minute ago, I just wanted you guys to see, what was going on. Hey, Crystal. So we literally don't have a trial going on. There's no trial that's going to be had until July. And when they make this, I'm going to share my screen with you guys again. I didn't know how my setup was. I need to blow this up so you guys can see it. There we go. There we go. That looks a little bit better. All right, let me go back here. So in number 5, remember, defense counsel files the instant motion without objection from the government pursuant to discussions with Assistant United States Attorney Gwendolyn Carroll and Assistant United States Attorney Angie Dennis. So the defense counsel files the instant motion without objection. So then you get down to 6, and defense counsel respectfully requests an additional 60 days, which is, the whole, purpose for this is we need 60 days to look at this evidence, and we need 60 days to come up with, some more stuff to get Tim either off scot-free or at least give him, a lighter sentence. Again, here, I don't see that happening, but I'm just saying, I don't see that happening. I don't know how you guys, feel about this, but honest to God, I don't see him getting a lesser sentence. They already took the death penalty off the table. Okay. And so this is crazy. The only reason I feel like, in everything being fair is that Tim's new attorneys literally have the right to look at everything, because the old attorneys did, but then there was new evidence and new witnesses that we talked about the last time. And if you guys missed any of this, I made a playlist on my channel of every episode where we, went through everything with a fine-tooth comb. So if you missed any of that, go back to the playlist, and, because we've been doing this for months. We ain't just started, okay? We've been doing this for months. Sugar says that all of the culprits look slow in the face. I said it. I'm not taking it back. I still think Tim has an IEP. Do they look slow in the face to you? That's what got you bent out of shape? Is they look? I can't with you, Sugar. Really though, I cannot with you. But I understand what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. It's just, did they have to give the man the whole 60 days though? Could we not have done this? Could you not have, hey, just Teresa, could you not have just said, okay, listen, Lindas, we're going to go ahead and just, I mean, 60 days though. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. I completely understand. Okay. But 60 days is 60 days. I guess 60 days to get this guy um, a lighter sentence. Now, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, but I just believe that he's going to spend time in a prison, in a federal prison. I do. I mean, I'm like Sugar just said. Yeah, I said it, and I'm not taking it back. That's the way I feel. I don't, unless the evidence that Tim's attorneys have is so on point that Tim gets to walk free, I can't see it. I have looked at these court records, I've looked at these court dockets, and I'm not a lawyer. Hey, Miss Newtons, I am not a lawyer, okay? But let me just be real. Some of us grew up in the hood. We've had family members that go to jail all the time. We pretty much know what's going on. We pretty much can see public record, and I use Pacer to, get these. So sometimes we, like, if we print them out, there's a charge or whatever, it's pennies or whatever, but it is public record. So we do have, the right to see this. A bunch of dummies out here planning and committing a whole murder looking like the Four Stooges. Oh my God. I don't know, you guys, like, are you? You're in the ads? Okay. I'm not mad. I don't know. Listen, for those of you who are new, if you want to converse, just, come in the chat or whatever. If you guys have something to say or you want to talk, I'm going to drop the link so you guys can give your opinion of, how you feel about this whole thing. Because I'm pretty much still stuck, right where I am. I'm at that place in my life where I just don't see Tim Norman getting, he's not going to get cut a deal unless they have something ironclad. Ironclad, okay? Teresa, yes, you miss great tea. Somebody want to fill Teresa in? Oh my God, Williams! Someone really located 5,000. Yes, they collected 5,000 to kill someone. That's not thirst. That's dehydration. This case has every element: money, greed, and betrayal. Exactly. And I don't, I don't know if these people are slow or not, but I feel like Tim also, in my opinion, I think that he chose these people specifically. I don't think it was like, let me just get my boy because he's down with me. No, he chose these people specifically because he knew they were weak-minded, because that's how a narcissist would act. He's not going to get somebody who's like, the smartest person in the bunch. Why would you do that? Because they're going to have questions. These people saw dollar signs. They didn't have any questions. They just said, give me my money. And Tim probably said, I'll give you half now and I'll give you half when you finish the job. And I still have a hard time believing that Terica Ellis did not believe what was going to happen. There's a very small inkling in my brain that says she could have been that, blonde, but let's just get real. You could have called Andre yourself, Tim, and been like, come outside for a minute, man. I want to talk to you or something like that. But you sent Terica. She flew in or drove in or whatever to St. Louis. She gets there, and all you asked her to do was to drive up, call Andre, get him outside for a pair of pants. What kind of magical voodoo pants are these? Sugar says if the jury hears a little part of the text chat between baby making hips Tim and the 5 extra chromosomes insurance guy, them nuts are guaranteed to get a hot and a cot for a minimum of 20 years. Listen, I agree. I feel like, and I'm always going to feel like this. I'm always going to feel like this. Jennifer was telling people about his attitude, but no one believed her. You know why? CW? Because of her background. That is the only thing that messed her up, is she does not have a credible reputation. She's a little cray-cray. Okay. And, Jennifer said something and everybody's like, "Psh, whatever, girl, because we know you. We know how you do." And I'm on the bandwagon too. I'm not going to lie. I felt like, hey, not listening to Jennifer, but she did have, see what I'm saying? She did have a legitimate, cry for help this time. In her case, do I believe Tim stalked her? No, I still don't believe that. But I do believe that, Tim was up to his shenanigans. He was up to no good. Because as soon he dropped Jennifer like a hot potato, she had picked out her ring and everything. Tim was like, nope. And I feel like he knew that, he was in love with this other girl, and I thought they were going to get married, but they ended up having the baby first. Cute little boy. Cute little boy. He's walking now, isn't he? And I got Miss Robbie on her. Let me share this with you guys. I'm going to stop it right now. Let me go back over here and share this with y'all. Let's see. What I want is the Instagram, Miss Robbie Montgomery. That's what I want right there. Boom. All right, if you guys can see. Miss Robbie's been having the time of her life, enjoying my day off at the reservoir. She's like feeding the little ducks and all this kind of stuff. She's just been having a relaxing time. And you know what? I have to say that I totally love this. That she's not working herself to death. She's out here living life. So she looks good. She dropped her record. She's singing. Ain't my stuff good enough? She's doing interviews. She's doing, photo shoots. She is living her best life. Okay. Now I did see the other day where she got to see Tim's baby, and I was hoping that it would be on her Instagram. And the reason I'm saying that is because I don't have the other Instagram. Okay. But, it's not Janae. I think it's okay. Let me look, because she had no, not Janae, not Janae. Let me see if this is it. Yeah. Okay. She's living her best life. She doesn't take pictures of the baby, very often on the Instagram or whatever, but she did have look at him. Is he not the cutest? Oh my God, he's so sweet. He's a big boy now. He is a big boy now. But I'm going to see if this is still available. There's Miss Robbie and there's Miss Jalen. So the reason that they were together, you guys, is because Miss Robbie wanted to spend time with the baby, which I think is so sweet. And I think that, just my opinion here again, I really feel like Janae should stop the bull and at least let Miss Robbie spend time with her grandson. I think it's stupid for her to allow her feelings for Tim affect Miss Robbie's relationship with little Timmy. I mean, she really needs to, she's living her best life and all of that kind of stuff, but I really feel like she needs to stop. So you get to spend time with one grandchild, but you don't get to spend time with your first ever grandchild. Doesn't make sense to me. Just Teresa, I still can't bring myself to believe my boy did this. I know. I told you this is the first live of you talking about it a lot. It has been a long time because I really didn't have anything, to bring to the table, and I hate doing fluff pieces where, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just rehashing stuff. I need the news to be hot, like the right now news. Hi, Kathy. Can I call you Kathy? Kathy Bailey. Tim wasn't about to spend that much money for a ring. I know. When he allegedly killed his nephew for my listen. Tim is stingy. except for when it comes to business and his music. Stingy. Okay? I don't know what Jennifer thought was going to happen. I knew he was going to bail out, though. As soon as, she took one of the employees with her and they looking at the rings and all that kind of stuff, we knew. You watch Sweetie Pies, me and you, we knew. Well, so long, Jennifer. She is full of life, and she is just the sweetest thing. I saw, the interview that she did, and she was so pretty. I was like, oh my gosh, she's beautiful, like really beautiful. And listen, Miss Jalen, okay, Juanitra, girlfriend, you have gotten your post baby body back. You look good, girl. You look real good. And might I add, Miss Jalen bought my first home at the age of 19, and now I have the opportunity to build my second home from the ground up. She has bought a piece of Castle Rock, okay? And she is doing what? Having a brand new home built. Thank you. Is Tim going to be in that home when he gets out? Probably not, because it's probably going to be like y'all said, about 20 good years. And she's going on and doing her thing. And, thank you for not stopping your life, for not running up to the jail, every moment. Like, she's living her life. And every time I look at her Instagram, she's seriously living her life. Janae, or however you spell it, that's about right. How you spell it, will only show up when it's time for her son to get a cut of Miss Robbie's estate. She still has Sweetie Pies. Yeah, she still has Sweetie Pies on her Instagram name. And I just feel bad. I feel bad for Timmy. I don't feel bad for Janae. She's got her, bodybuilder boyfriend or husband or whatever, and they're living the life, and he's raising Tim's son, which is totally fine, because Tim may not ever get out. He's going to be transported from the jail to the prison to serve however much time he has. But in the meantime, can Timmy get some love from the other side of the family? Because this is ratchet. This is ratchet behavior. This is not how, people are supposed to behave. And Miss Robbie was there from the beginning. Okay? Even when Janae and Tim, would be arguing and falling out, and Janae was in the restaurant, working right beside Tim and Miss Robbie. Miss Robbie supported her throughout the pregnancy and the whole nine. And you're telling me that, this boy is growing up without Miss Robbie? That Miss Robbie has to schedule time? Well, let me see what's on my schedule, and then we'll see if we can make that happen. It doesn't matter what you have on your schedule. She ain't coming to see you. She's coming to see her grandson. What's on his schedule? How about whatever's on the schedule? Go ahead and scratch that, because Miss Robbie's coming into town. It's not like she lives right down the street. This woman is traveling to you, wherever it is you live, to see her grandson. You just should be ashamed of yourself, Janae. Like, seriously, you should be ashamed of yourself. I would never. I literally would never. I mean, that's just insulting in so many ways. I know you guys I know y'all love Instagram, but I do too. I'm obsessed. So I'm going back to the gram so I can see who, what, when, where, and why. Okay. Pay no attention to my notifications. I don't pay attention to my notifications, so don't worry about it. Miss Monique. Now let me see. Monique and Charles. And I know Monique has been living her best life, and she's still, cursing like a sailor. Now here we've got, and I don't know. Okay, this is a recent photo, you guys. This is a recent photo. So this little Timmy, I'm saying, wow, he has gotten so big. Yes, he has gotten so big. Look at him. Oh my God. Do y'all remember when he was born? And somebody quoted, so happy that he gets to see the other side of his family. Oh, I know. Like, it's just, they need to cut the bull. You know what I'm saying? And just let these people, Just live. There you got Monique and Charles. And I'm going to go see what Charles is up to. Oh my God, what's going on here? Wow. Charles has dreads now. Did not see that coming. Okay. Well, alrighty then. What do y'all think about the dreads? I had no idea. I had no idea. Wow. Charles is looking grown, right? Charles doesn't look like a little boy anymore. Like Charles is looking grown, okay? He's looking grown. Big ups to Charles for growing up. This is the whole gang. Family outing. So it looks like, I mean, the family is definitely living their life. And just going on. You can't really like stay in solitary confinement or whatever, for lack of a better word, because, something like this happened. So now Janae seemingly has a YouTube channel. Okay. She is bodybuilder ready with the body. She's up to 48.3 thousand followers. Okay. Her and her husband and the babies are always together. Super cute, happy family. Not thinking about, much of anything but what's going on in her house. Okay, she had a birthday. So she's turned 40. So that should give you an inkling of, how old Tim, and Janae was back in the day when they were dating. So she's 40 now. Okay. And we're just, checking them out. I don't see a lot of pictures of her and Timmy. Unfortunately, you're not going to see any pictures of, Janae and Miss Robbie, or Janae and the baby and Miss Robbie. Like, no. Okay, here we go. So excited to share my newest god baby. Miss Riley has made her grand arrival. She's a doll with a little Nike suit on. So she has other things going on. Janae to me looks very different because I think she was kind of pudgy when she was on the show. And like, this is her, I mean, like, she's bodybuilder, ready. Does not look like herself at all, but she's bodybuilder ready. I mean, that's crazy. And I'm wondering, like, he probably was like, you need to do this. You need to get in shape, because that's what he does. He's a bodybuilder. So probably, yeah, you need to do this, and you need to, get yourself together. I mean, she looks good. I couldn't do it, but, she looks good. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. Day one of soccer, AJ did great. AJ is a doll. Look how little he is. This is the hubby. Bodybuilder ready. I'm telling y'all. Like, I commend you, Janae, because I can't do it. I found out that I cannot. Okay, I can't do it. Not gonna do it. I can't. I'm not even gonna fake the funk. Like, I can do it, because I know I can't. My willpower is not that. Losing weight, definitely, but to that's about it. So the last post was when Deion Sanders came in, and this is the Sweetie Pie. So every now and then they do post. So if you guys are not following Sweetie Pies Inc., do so on Instagram, because every now and then they, show something really great. And I feel like Miss Robbie just, she was just glowing in this photo, and she got to take some pictures, and she was working, I'm sure, this day. This was a really, really special moment. So, that's all I'm saying is I'm glad that, she gets to, do this. She gets to have fun, and everything. Nicole says, thanks for the update, Queen. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. I appreciate you guys being here. Let me catch up on what y'all was talking about. You're right. Tim was not going to spend that kind of money. She mad at Janae. Look, y'all, Sugar's mad at Janae. Sugar said, I never liked her. She was all about the come up. And the way she did Tim Oh, Tim's cousin. Janae used Tim's money to buy her bum of a husband a gym. Did you just drop some tea? Was she using the child support money to buy the gym? Do we know that to be sugar? Do I need to pass you a microphone? I love myself some Charles. He is so funny. Miss Robbie really worked with him to try to get him on the right track. I love Charles. He is just, the sweetest person. Nicole, thank you for being here. Yeah, I love Charles. Charles in Charge. Y'all remember that show? Well, listen, I'm glad that I could, once again, bring this to you guys' attention. But like I said, I didn't want to, just show up empty handed. I had to wait until, the proof was in so I could give you guys the receipts. But we're looking at July, guys. And I'm scrolling down to make sure. We're looking at July 2nd, okay? The first mention of this was in number 6 of the paperwork filed. The defense counsel respectfully requests an additional 60 days from the designated deadline of May 3rd. Okay, so that's why. May 3rd to July 2nd, they need those days. And respectfully, in order to file any potential challenges to the indictment and proper evidentiary motions. Okay, so we're looking at July 2nd. If anything happens in between that time, y'all know I'm going to be here talking about it. Y'all know, hey Ayrton, how you doing, honey? Y'all know I'm gonna be here talking about it, okay? Garden, hi, how you doing? Tim did Janae wrong, led her on during that engagement, and he never wanted to settle down. Now, I do agree with you that I don't think Tim was ready to settle down. I don't think he was. You have to feel in your heart that that person is the one. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like when men do this, they're waiting, you know what I'm saying, on you to change. They're waiting on something to happen. And I feel like, okay, he really didn't want to break up with Janae because now they have a child. Did Tim love Janae? In my opinion, I feel like, yeah, he did. But so much turmoil had gone on between these two people. And now you have this struggle, with the baby, and she was very unconcerned with Tim's feelings when TJ was born premature. You know what I'm saying? Did anybody else get that out of the show, or was that just me? I don't really feel like, there was a lot of compassion going towards Tim because it was his baby too. Yeah, we're all going to cuddle around the mother and everything, but Tim, actually cried in that room. And for that moment, Tim was human. He was vulnerable. And you could see it. He was worried about his baby, worried about the business, yes, but worried about the baby as well. And he was uncomfortable going to the hospital. You could see his awkwardness. You know what I'm saying? That's just what I took from those episodes when they had to go to the hospital. Anyway, let me go back. Sugar, what did you say? Neither of them should have dated one another. They both were using one another. They really did not make a good couple. They look good together, and they made a beautiful son. I don't think they should have been together. It just wasn't going to work, If you haven't married somebody in that length of time and you guys are still girlfriend or boyfriend, and then, unlawfully wed, bring a baby into this world, you're asking for trouble. You're asking for trouble. At one point in time, Tim had convinced himself that they were going to get back together. I don't know what made him think that, but did anybody else catch that? You know what I'm saying? We go through this all the time. She'll be back. And then the people in the restaurant were trying to get them to talk to each other. No. Tim had the audacity to ask for names and addresses. Yes, he did. That's in the paperwork. He did. I can't get over that. The court would have been reckless to approve. Now, listen, if his lawyers had asked for that information, it may have happened, but the lawyers would not been privy to give. There was nothing that would warrant them giving that information to Tim, because Tim should be communicating through his attorneys. You know what I'm saying? And then I wonder if, Garden says, I wonder if he only proposed because of pressure from Oprah's network. I think that he proposed to Janae because of the conversations he had with Miss Robbie. Now, even though Miss Robbie is a spicy, spunky woman, she wanted, the baby to have mommy and daddy. You guys need to get your behinds, together. Go to the courthouse if you have to, get married, do what you got to do. But you need to do this because there's a child involved now. There's a child involved. Hello to everybody coming in all across the internet. I am Tawny Yvette, and this is Tawny Yvette Beauty. I have been covering the Tim Norman story since day one. So you're going to get the commentator when I'm talking to, the crowd about Tim Norman. All right. The Victory Village is in the house. Hand clap for the Victory Village because y'all know I love y'all. So if you are not on YouTube, subscribed, you need to come to YouTube, whether you're on Twitter? Yeah, I'm on Twitter. We're on Twitch. We're on Daily Motion. So come on over to YouTube, subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Become a member if you want to, and all that good stuff. Now, listen, before I get out of here, I just want to let you guys know that any updates that come, I will try to go live so that we can, converse together instead of doing like a, just a video or whatever, because I noticed that you guys love to talk about stuff like this, and I do too. So I don't want you guys to miss. And then plus it gives me an opportunity to answer your questions and stuff. Sugar says, child Tim cousin met Janae's husband first. Catch that tea, ooh, child. Yeah. You talking about the little light-skinned girl. I feel like and they used to be best friends, right? The one that Charles hangs with all the time on Instagram. Let me go back. What's her name? I feel like, and I was wondering, I don't know if you guys know anything about this because I was out of the loop for a hot minute, but did anybody find it strange that Janae and Tim's cousin are not besties anymore? So did they get into it because of the man? Is that what it was? They got into it because of the man. And now Janae is married to the man? Because that's stupid. If that happened, if it happened like that, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That's kind of cray-cray. Let me see what this girl's name is. And I just looked at her Instagram and I'm sitting here going, what is her name? The one that used to be Janae, I don't know. But she's always with Charles. Like that, her and Charles are like best friends or whatever. Anyway, people are on Instagram fussing at Charles, talking about, now you're supposed to have a mask on your face. Monique, that's her name. Monique with the short hair, the short blonde hair. Monique. Thank you, the dreamer. I appreciate that. Is that her, Sugar? Okay. So that's some tea. Yes, they were business partners as well. They had a business together. Woo! So Monique might be a little salty because, oh girl, got her man. I mean, you snooze, you lose, Monique. If I think back far enough, I want to say that Monique wasn't even interested in that guy. Didn't they have like a blind date or something? If that's the same guy, I don't know. I'm looking for like the receding hairline. Garden said, no, it was because of the business they had together. It was Monique. I mean, that was just weird because they were besties for a long time. It was first because of the business Tim funded for his cousin and Janae, but the cousin was doing all the work. I remember that. And then it was the man, but Monique let it slide. I remember that. Oh my goodness. See, that's why I love talking to y'all, because y'all bring everything back to my memory. I do remember that. Child. And it had been so many times. Like Tim, when, he opened that other restaurant and he had visions of the bar and everything, and Monique had to come in. So he had Monique to come in, and play bartender, Monique and Charles, remember? And, she was just like, if I'm going to be stuck behind the bar doing the same thing over and over, then I may as well just go back home. Like, she was trying to have a serious conversation with Tim about this, but Tim is so one track, it's like tunnel vision to him. I can only focus on this. Okay. It's like, you can't be a boss if you don't listen to your employees. And I feel like because your cousins are employees and your nieces and nephews are employees, you can just run over them. And that's what used to really piss me off watching the show, the way Tim would handle other people. And that's why, he went to jail again and he had that lawsuit, remember, because he hit that guy in the restaurant. Listen, Tim, you got some splaining to do come July, sir. Hey, Candy, I have not seen you in a while. Hey, girl. Tim, you got some splaining to do come July, honey. When July gets here, we want all the juicy details. Okay. July the 2nd, y'all put that on your calendar. I want you to write July the 2nd and under that, Tim Norman in big old letters. Tim Norman. Because I'm going to be glued to the TV. I'm going to be glued to the internet. I'm going to be glued. Listen, Linda's. I'm going to be glued to everything. And as soon as they make mention that the trial is going through, I hope I'm the first one to ask for clearance. I want to be on the Zoom in the room. Okay? I got a coffee pot over here. I got my Keurig. You know what I'm saying? I got my pastries. You know what I'm saying? The bathroom is right, in the next room. I got the perfect setup for this. I want to be in the trial via Zoom. Okay? And I can't show it to y'all though, because they restrict us from doing that. However, it'll be firsthand tea that I can deliver to y'all and tell y'all what happened. Right. So yeah. Anyway. All right, y'all. If you're just tuning in, I am so sorry, but I have a podcast to do in about 30 minutes. So I need to get ready. However, I do appreciate you guys coming. I do appreciate you guys being here. This was so much fun, you guys. This hour has been so much fun. Sugar says that I'm not going to remember. I'll wait for girl. Yeah, y'all already know. Y'all already know. If it's some tea, especially national news, I am going to be here for you. I don't just know how to, create beautiful looks and makeup and stuff, but I'll commentate for y'all. So listen, if you guys have some hot tips on some leads, some stories that you want me to cover, go over to my About tab and email me or contact me on Instagram. Okay. You can also contact me if you want to get into our Discord. There is a little bit of, finessing that you have to do to get in there, because we've been having some issues. I don't like just everybody in there because we talk about some important issues. So the Discord, is really, we're serious in the Discord. We really don't joke around in there too much. We talk about cases like Tim Norman and, some other cases that, we run across. And so, I love my Discord family. Let me just say that. So, if you guys are considering that, you can go ahead and email me, or again, I always check my Instagram. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. Sleep well so you can make something wonderful happen tomorrow. Don't forget, when you go out, to please be safe. Please be safe. Wear your mask if you have not had your, your shots. Go ahead and keep that hand sanitizer. You know what I'm saying? Live on purpose, you guys. And I'll be talking to you in another video. Bye, y'all. I love you. Thanks for coming.